You won't believe your eyes. In today's video, we're diving into some of the most ridiculous and downright confusing truck maneuvers ever caught on camera. From poorly timed turns and unbelievable drifts to hilariously failed reverse attempts, you'll be left wondering, how did these people even get a license? Get ready, because what you're about to see will leave you both laughing and furious. The screeching of brakes and loud collisions shattered the silence of Dadok Pass as a large cargo truck suddenly flipped over. The incident sparked a series of collisions, turning the familiar slope into a giant scrapyard. A series of cars were stuck, smoke and dust filled the air, and anxiety prevailed. The scene was cordoned off for safety and investigation. Cars crashing into giant potholes is more than just a spectacle. It's a dramatic tale of technology versus road destruction. Imagine this: a car hurtling down the road, suddenly its entire body lurches and shakes as its wheels are swallowed by a deep hole. The terrifying sound of the impact pierces the air, like a punch to the eardrums. The container truck, a steel monster, roared down the highway. The engine roared like a wild beast unleashed, and with blatant disregard for all regulations, it swallowed the oncoming lane, forcing smaller vehicles to scatter like frightened rats. Ready for some mind-blowing blunders? Check out some of the most dangerous and unbelievable moments in the heavy equipment transportation industry. From giant trucks attempting impossible turns to giant cranes teetering on the brink of disaster, this is a collection of the most disastrous and costly mistakes on the road. You won't believe it, but what I saw on buses in Ecuador was truly unique. It wasn't just a means of transportation, it was a moving stage of life. Imagine, on a packed bus, a guy suddenly pulled out a megaphone and started selling sunscreen, while another old lady was happily selling hot corn tortillas.
Dale, dale, papá, dale. Dale, dale, dale. Dale, dale espacio, dale.
This video is filled with heart-stopping moments as reckless truckers push their vehicles to the limit, ignoring even basic safety rules. Witness extreme oversized vehicle transports that go horribly wrong, from collapsed bridges and deadly curves to seemingly impossible situations that painfully come true. Each failure is a valuable lesson, a warning against recklessness and carelessness. A deafening noise shattered the quiet afternoon air at the construction site. The yellow forklift, a symbol of efficiency, was now a twisted mass of metal. The brakes screeched helplessly, followed by a loud crash that tore through the air. Heavy loads of cargo fell to the ground, kicking up clouds of dust and creating chaos. The accident. A breathtaking journey awaits on the edge of the abyss. The extreme truck tour is not for the faint of heart, pushing both driver and machine to their absolute limits. The journey begins with a relentless climb on narrow cliffside roads, where even the slightest mistake could send you plummeting into the abyss. Are you ready for an unforgettable ride? Prepare yourself to witness the biggest, most dangerous, and craziest heavy lifting stunts you've ever seen. Watch with bated breath as giant steel monsters are driven by drivers with nerves of steel. But things don't always go according to plan. There are moments when the slightest mistake can lead to disaster. Take a deep breath and listen. The roar of the engine is more than a sound. It is a feeling. It shakes the chest, makes the ground tremble, and signals the presence of the majestic heavy trucks. The giant green dump trucks, with their massive bodies and dark green paint, were lined up in a solid line. The entire convoy stood silently, majestic like a steel army. Under the sunlight, the shiny green paint reflected the light like armor, making them stand out and full of power. From afar, they looked like giant mechanical monsters, waiting for orders to start their hard work. When dump truck drivers have to unload, the process can be time-consuming, especially when they have to remove the pup trailer. However, there are some special methods that allow them to unload without having to do this laborious manual work. Here's how some dump trucks with pup trailers can unload themselves without removing the trailer. Kohler's success is not just about his stunts, but also about the connection he has with his fans. He is a beloved fan favorite, and his loyal fan base is a key factor in his long and successful career. He is a true legend in the world of monster trucks, and his legacy will continue to inspire racers and entertain fans for years to come. Have you ever witnessed a breathtakingly perfect moment at Monster Jam? That's when giant trucks, which seem to only be crushing everything, suddenly become skillful dancers in the air. A backflip, also known as a backward flip, is difficult, but a perfect backflip is an art. Are you ready for a trip full of surprises and thrills? Let's witness the breathtaking moments when the drivers weigh the seemingly impossible super heavy loads. From terrifying slopes, amazing turns, to heart-stopping situations that will make you unable to take your eyes off. Will these giant trucks overcome the challenge, or will they become victims of unexpected accidents? The huge truck roared as it slowly rolled down the treacherous mountain pass, with a steep cliff on one side and a deep abyss on the other. The wheels slid over the jagged rocks, the engine roaring as it struggled to get through each hairpin turn. These raw and shocking footage are not only chilling, but also serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of staying calm and being responsible when driving. Ultimately, this video is more than just a collection of accidents. It's a poignant story of action and consequence, one that should be seen by anyone who drives. The mountain road, a rocky stretch of land, had turned into a muddy hell. The rain had turned the road into an unendurable, slippery quagmire, and the deep ruts were filled with thick brown mud that threatened to swallow even the massive trucks. Every turn of the wheels was a battle against the terrain, the engines roaring in protest as the drivers struggled to maintain their balance. A Jeep JL Wrangler Rubicon with massive 37-inch trepadors is crushing old cars. Upgraded with a 2-inch Mopar lift and Method 106 wheels, this off-road machine doesn't just tackle obstacles, it turns them into scrap metal with ease and force. This is raw Wrangler power unleashed. Every block of concrete, every building that grows on this land is fed by sand. And these monsters are the enemies of the law, transporting illegal sand. In this truck race, every ton of illegal sand is a blow to the future, to the balance of nature and the stability of the rivers. The steep, muddy Tanjakan became a difficult obstacle, but it could not stop this talented and brave bus driver. Although the road was covered with mud, he remained calm and focused on his goal. He controlled the bus skillfully, showing no signs of fear and only determination to overcome the slope.
плечами.
Inch Beach in Ireland is not just a long stretch of sand, but also a beautiful place where fairy tales of fairies and gods are woven. Imagine, you are walking on this 5 kilometers long sandy beach, each wave gently lapping the shore, creating a melodious song of nature. The rugged mountain roads, spiraling like a giant snake, are a deadly playground for truck drivers. Every turn of the wheel, every sudden braking is a life or death gamble. Just one small mistake, and the multi-ton steel monster can plunge into the abyss, crushing everything in its path. This is not just a job, but a fierce battle with wild nature. The arduous journey has ended, but the power of the giant machines still resonates. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next breathtaking action scenes. See you again in the upcoming eye-catching trips. Machines where every move requires absolute precision, the smallest mistake can have catastrophic consequences. Witness a dramatic symphony of missteps, unexpected falls, and objects being kicked away by excavators, trucks, and cars. Firefighters quickly deployed water hoses in an effort to extinguish the fire and prevent it from spreading to other vehicles. The sound of fire trucks, the sound of water pouring down, and the hustle and bustle of people created a tense scene. Fortunately, thanks to the timely and professional response, the fire was brought under control, causing no human casualties.
Mình cảm thấy nhìn từ xa đang mưa rất to các bạn kìa.
Two steel monsters, two giant tractors, roared against each other on the deadly curve of High Van Pass. The sound of the car horns tore through the silence, blending with the sound of the wind whistling through the steep cliffs. The driver of the red car gripped the steering wheel tightly, his eyes as sharp as knives, staring straight at his opponent.
Kết thúc cái khúc cua này thì chiếc xe sẽ phải lên thêm một khúc cua gấp ở phía trên nữa, cách đây khoảng 2 km. Sau đó sẽ lên đến đỉnh đèo, kết thúc hành trình leo đèo nhé. sẽ khó lọt qua ở đoạn này.
A series of mistakes by truck, car, and heavy machinery drivers have created life-threatening situations on the highway. From drifts and horrific collisions to rollovers and failed to lift cargo, each incident exposes subjectivity and unprofessionalism. The heavy old lumber truck, with its paint faded over the years, lurched along the narrow, winding dirt road through the vast forest. The engine growled and groaned like an old beast struggling to overcome each hairpin bend. The large logs, still smelling of resin and moss from the deep forest, were stacked on top of each other like giant matchsticks, shaking violently with each jolt. The car skimmed through the flooded puddle in a spectacular white wave that rolled up to the curb, carrying yellow leaves and trash with it. Water splashed high, covering my window like a hasty curtain. The rain had long since stopped, but its echoes still lingered here. The heavily loaded truck roared helplessly as it sank deeper into the mud. The wheels spun, kicking up thick black mud, only causing the truck to sink faster. The driver, his face dirty and sweaty, tried to steer, but his efforts were futile. The truck was now a trapped monster, screaming in despair. People stood around, unable to take their eyes off the overwhelming scene. The sound of metal flexing in the heat, the crackling of glass, and the wail of fire truck sirens echoed throughout the neighborhood. Although fortunately no one was injured, the incident left a trail of fear and haunting questions. Operators must be able to sense every movement of the equipment, from the powerful swing of the excavator arm to demolish a wall to the deft maneuver of a dump truck through a pile of rubble. Each action is fraught with risk and danger, requiring intense concentration and extensive experience. The old truck, which was used to transport goods, now lurched under a giant pile of household trash. The stench permeated the air, driving away even the birds perched on the tree branches. Colorful plastic bags, bulging with waste, spilled out of the truck bed and littered the ground. A long, black stream of water leaked from the trash, like a festering wound. Have you ever seen a performance so ridiculously stupid that it was unbelievable? Get ready for a thrilling journey into the world of epic fails, where carelessness and overconfidence create moments that are unforgettable. This video is not for the faint of heart, as it will show all the most baffling performances by those entrusted to operate giant machines. The wheels screeched as the car turned sharply. The passengers were silent, looking anxiously out the window. Suddenly, a strange noise came from the engine. The car lurched, then died. The driver struggled to control the steering wheel. The car slid backwards, crashing straight into the flimsy guardrail. There was a loud crash, and then silence. Welcome to the Stupid Show. This is more than just a compilation of funny antics with machines. It's living proof that even giant machines can be overpowered by carelessness and stupidity. Buckle up, because you're about to witness what we call construction disasters. You'll see a bulldozer trying to flatten a hill, only to land neatly in an unexpected hole. A crane trying to lift an object, only to create a dramatic sway that will take your breath away. And of course, trucks performing spectacular flips, turning their cargo into a pile of balls on the road. Hold the wheel tight and you will feel the thrill. It is crazy. This is not just a ride, this is a real adventure. A story you will tell your friends with eyes shining. If you are looking for a thrill, a little bit of horror, and a great natural scenery, then Altamirano Pass is the place to go. Trust me, you will not regret it.
Dale para allá. Síguela, 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 síguela. Síguela, síguela, síguela. Síguela todo. De reversa también entra el freno motor. ¿Quiere más pegado? Empezó la patinadera. Ahí va a salir, ahí va a salir. ¡Salió!
The truck driver stood by the side of the road, hands on hips, watching. The tow truck driver was backing the heavy truck with extreme precision. It was a masterstroke. He did it like an artist. Truly a master.
Bravissimo. No, no, vai. Bravo. Bravo.
Here we go.
This was not just a simple act of the government. It was also a strong statement to those who indulged in wheelies and riots that the era of insolence is over. In front of the media, the giant bulldozer slowly advanced, running over each motorbike, reducing them to twisted piles of scrap metal. Two heavy tour buses, each packed with more than 60 passengers, groaned as their wheels sank into the thick mud. The area was a quagmire, probably created by some violent storm. The atmosphere could be described as a mix of beeping horns and anxious muttering from passengers.
Tá bom. Ó, só limpar aquele barro ali. Não, só tem um barro meio alto.
This is a classic showdown between your worst day and a giant truck on the highway. Get ready for bad decisions, epic fails, and unbelievable comedy. Once you watch, you won't be able to take your eyes off it. The heavy truck groaned, tilted to one side, and lurched backward with a screech of brakes. The driver, his face pale with panic, tried to keep the steering wheel straight, but the truck did not obey, and it backed straight into the abyss. The whole space was filled with an eerie silence, except for the wind blowing through the cracks in the door and the driver's pounding heart. Under the bright morning sun, the roaring sound of chainsaws tearing through the morning mist, that is when madureros en acción, the forest workers begin their workday. They are not only workers but also warriors of nature, with sharp axes and powerful chainsaws in their hands. Every sawing stroke, every collision is the sound of life, of strength and indomitable will. These scenes are particularly compelling because they are both terrifying and hilarious. We cringe at the sight of a giant dump truck flipping over, while we can't help but laugh at the inexperience or recklessness of the operators. They also serve as a sharp reminder of the importance of safety and professionalism in this dangerous work environment. A truck recklessly overtaking, a driver swerving, or a careless pedestrian cutting into the truck's blind spot of death. These images not only cause outrage, but also create suspense and tension to the point of breathlessness, because viewers know that a tragedy is about to happen. From trucks getting hilariously stuck under bridges to excavators flipping over spectacularly, every scene is a valuable lesson in safety and responsibility. This video is both a laugh out loud and heart-stopping experience. The shrill sound of a horn tore through the morning mist, signaling a serious accident on the winding high-band pass. The giant dump truck, after a moment of inattention, lost control and crashed into the roadside, resting precariously on the cliff. The situation was dire. The driver was trapped inside, in utter panic.
Tắc đường thì những chiếc xe này là vất vả nhất, không đi được. Sát luôn rồi. Qua được rồi. Bãi tài đã lọt được rồi. Bây giờ thì ở phía trên này lại như vậy là đường đã được.
The mighty Volvo FH 550, a monster of the road, roars proudly. Behind the wheel, a calm driver, concentrating on every breath, grips the steering wheel tightly. This is not just a race, but a battle of wills and courage, where every turn, every push of the accelerator can decide everything. A thunderous roar rang out as the first truck suddenly braked, causing the truck behind it to lose control and crash head-on. Shards of glass and metal were scattered across the road. Thick black smoke billowed into the sky, blocking out the sunlight, leaving only twisted wreckage. The video really made viewers heart-stopping when witnessing his daring handling. Every steering wheel turn, every sudden braking, and every moment the car tilted made the audience hold their breath. However, with his courage and extensive experience, he successfully completed the challenge, safely parking the car. Prepare for an emotional ride where giant trucks and powerful bulldozers become machines of disaster, destroying everything in their path. You will witness breathtaking moments where recklessness and inexperience lead to bloody collisions, terrifying crashes and risky mistakes. From fatal collisions of giant trucks to the unbelievably stupid actions of reluctant, slick drivers, this footage is a chilling and brutal reminder of the fragility of life. Each recorded footage is not just an accident, but a tragic story of carelessness, disregard for the law, and the terrible consequences that come with it. Prepare to watch as the excavator flips over, slides downhill, and makes some terrifying crashes. This is more than just an entertaining video. It's also a stark warning about the importance of safety and skill when operating heavy equipment. Can these daredevils survive their fatal mistakes? There we learned the meaning of struggle. The motorbikes shook, the tires slipped, and we laughed as we pushed each other out of the mud. The road was a silent witness to afternoon adventures, chasing broken kites or simply sitting on the sidelines, watching the sunset. The giants of steel, each piece of heavy metal, are dancing on the streets like a dance of recklessness. They are oversized trucks, giant excavators. They glide fearlessly. This is not just an ordinary construction site, but a dangerous performance, where the drivers known as dangerous idiots are testing their own limits. This compilation is not for the faint of heart. Every slip, every rollover, every moment is a valuable lesson. A sad story about tired war horses and the drivers who have to bear the burden. After watching it, I just want to say, I really feel sorry for them. Watch trucks roll over, excavators get stuck in impossible positions, and bulldozers create chaos. But it's not all disaster. You'll also witness incredible moments of skill and quick thinking that turn potential disasters into spectacular saves. The front of the truck burst into flames, the flames roaring like a hungry beast. Waves of fire licked and devoured the metal cabin, turning it into a red-hot mass of iron. A loud explosion tore through the quiet night, making my heart stop. Black smoke billowed up, blackening the sky, painting a horrifying picture of destruction.
सीएनजी गाड़ी बेकार है ना बहुत बहुत बेकार गाड़ी
Hai Van Pass, a winding road like a soft silk strip across the Trong Son mountain range. Here, not only is there majestic scenery, but it is also the stage for dramatic performances by tractor-trailer drivers. The sight of a series of giant machines following each other, roaring and moving up in an amazingly graceful manner, makes viewers marvel. The work of a log truck driver in the mountains, especially on treacherous roads like the Col de Braus, is more than just a profession. It is a ballet of courage and precision, a constant struggle with nature. Every trip is a harsh challenge. That terrifying moment came without warning. Faced with a life or death situation, the driver had no choice but to turn the wheel sharply, knowing that even a moment of inattention would change fate. The tires screeched. The surrounding landscape swayed and collapsed. The car rolled over several times, but that decisive decision saved everyone from a greater tragedy. The arduous journey has ended, but the power of the giant machines still resonates. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next breathtaking action scenes. See you again in the upcoming eye-catching trips.